Hey guys, here we are on set, and this is the day in the life of a director of photography in Hollywood. This is Aakash. He's a cinematographer based in Los Angeles, and he's just waking up. He lives with one other roommate in the northern part of town. He told me the rent here is $850 a month. Every morning, Aakash starts his day out with yoga followed by meditation. For breakfast, Aakash drinks a protein shake followed by a really big smoothie. How much money do you usually make in a day, Aakash?
It's usually like 1,500 a day to 2,000 a day. You know, that's my usual rate. Right out of the box, you ask me what's your rate, I'll be like 1,500. You know.
Today, Aakash is shooting the first day of a 3-day shoot for a short film. What school did you go to?
I went to American Film Institute. AFI is pretty expensive. My time was around 60,000 for a year.
Today, Aakash has an 8:30 call time. A call time is when you expect to be ready to work on set. Everyone's call time can be seen next to their name on the call sheet, so you wouldn't want to be late because everyone would know. Honestly, 8:30 is a pretty good call time because a lot of shoots try to maximize the amount of daylight they have, and they make you show up before the sun is even up. Luckily for Aakash, they have a night scene today, so we can have a late start to the day.
Good morning.
Aakash told me he never likes to be late, and he usually shows up 30 minutes before his call time.
No one's here. No.
Looks like he's the first one here.
Before the camera comes, they don't.
Oh, looks like more people are arriving.
Good morning, Shivashi.
Oh, that's the director.
Is it the director?
And that's the AD, or the assistant director. While her title sounds like she has a lower role, she actually has one of the most important jobs on set, and she'll be making sure things run smoothly.
We'll be going through that door.
Great, looks like they provided breakfast. Well, you technically don't have to serve breakfast on a set. Most sets do it anyway. I know I've always been put in a better mood when a set has breakfast on it. Oh look, it's time for the safety meeting.
I'm Magdalene. If you didn't hear me introduce myself earlier.
The AD has to have a safety meeting before the day starts with the whole crew. They usually take this time to make sure everybody's on the same page for the shoot, as well as discuss general things like where the bathrooms are and the rules for the location.
So let's have a great shoot and just enjoy ourselves while we.
Because of COVID-19, everyone must have their temperature checked, as well as provide a negative test result to the COVID compliance officer. Cool, looks like everyone's good to go. Can start setting up for the first scene.
So cool, man. Absolutely, dude.
Oh no, looks like the door to the truck is stuck.
Filter's not working, yeah.
One thing I've learned about being on set is something unexpected will always go wrong, so it's good to make sure that there's plenty of time for your shots. Wow, that guy deserves a raise. Nice, he fixed it.
Guys, did you guys meet Leo? He's the gaffer.
Oh, he's the gaffer. The gaffer has the electric department, or the lighting department. He and the director of photography work really close with each other.
We'll have some stuff inside, but try to keep stuff mostly outside.
Looks like the camera team is getting ready too. Hey, have you worked with Aakash before?
Honestly, I'm working with the first time with Aakash today. It would be fun, I think.
180 shutter. Let's bring the camera in. I can grab it.
Oh, looks like they're using a light meter. It tells you how much light there is on a subject. It's really important for the gaffer to make sure the light matches for each shot. It's also helpful for Aakash so he knows what settings he might need to change on his camera to match the previous shot as well.
Camera rolling. You got it? And got it.
Okay, pictures up. You ready?
Set.
Sound.
Sound speed.
Scene 1, take 1.
Mark it.
So there's a certain order of commands that happen before each shot. After the camera's in place, Aakash says rolling,
Camera rolling.
then the AD says pictures up,
Pictures up. up.
Then she'll say, roll sound.
Roll sound, please.
And the sound mixer will record and say sound speed.
Sound speed.
Then the person holding the clapper board will say the scene, shot, and take number, and then clap the board.
Scene 1, apple take 1.
And finally, the director will call action.
And action. Cut.
Great, that shot's in the books. Now they're going to get a new angle of the same scene. Aakash needs to talk to his gaffer again and adjust the lights to make sure it matches. They have to do this for every take. Wow, those are some big flags. Looks like they don't want any light coming in through that door.
Going for a take, quiet on set.
Cut.
Cool, they finished that scene. It actually took about 4 hours, but it's probably only going to be a couple minutes in the actual film. Do you hear them yelling points? That's basically set lingo for, I have something really big in my hands and I need you to get out of my way. Aakash, what's that big rig on your back?
It helps my lower back. Like it's gonna protect my lower back when I'm holding this really heavy camera.
You see those boxes? Those are called Apple boxes. It's probably one of the most useful pieces of equipment on a set. It's literally just a box, but you'd be surprised how often you need just that.
People would just use Apple crates to prop stuff. People started making these things, wooden things for really professionally working. So they started calling it Apple box.
Okay, got that one. Now it looks like it's time for the Steadicam shot. This guy's a Steadicam operator. He was literally hired for just 3 shots, but because those shots require a lot of skill, usually they'll only be performed by a Steadicam operator. In fact, a lot of times the director of photography won't actually operate the camera themselves, even if it's not a Steadicam shot, and they'll just instruct their operators.
Okay.
But Aakash told me he usually prefers to operate.
Okay, that's lunch, please.
Finally, lunch is here. I'm starving. Usually lunch will be served buffet style in big trays, but because of COVID risk on set, they have to be individually prepared. I know I preferred it the other way because I always felt like I could get more food. What would you guys rather? Ooh, looks like it's Mediterranean food today. It looks pretty good. Due to union rules, a meal has to be served every 6 hours on set, which is halfway through the day for a 12-hour day.
Okay, guys, lunch is over. Time to get back to work.
All right, back to work. Now they're preparing to rehearse for the next scene. Aakash, what do you look for in a rehearsal?
I make sure like they're falling in the right light and the story is being told properly. It's very important because if I don't know where they're going to be, I won't be able to plan my lighting in advance. So for lighting and even for camera placement, it's very important for me to know where the actors are going to be.
All right, so Aakash told me they're going to be working on this scene for a while, but then afterwards they're going to a night scene.
Now we're moving on to our night scene. In the night we have to start from scratch. Because we are interiors, it's more easier. But when you're outdoors and you're lighting up a full street, it takes a long time, you know? And it's a bigger setup. But we're not doing it today, but I love doing that too here. Can I get the easy rig?
That's the second assistant camera. One of her big jobs is to be in charge of the clapper board. And with that, she has to fill out the camera report and make sure she's on the same page as the script supervisor. She's also in charge of charging the camera batteries and changing the lenses. It's a really big responsibility because lenses are some of the most expensive and fragile pieces of equipment on a set. In fact, that one's worth $30,000.
Oh my god! It never happens, like only when he's recording.
Okay, it's a wrap.
All right, it's been about 12 hours. Looks like that's a wrap for the day.
Thank you so much.
Since they'll be here tomorrow, they can do what's called a soft wrap. Basically, that's locking up anything outside and making sure everything's safe. Usually, the higher position you are on a set, the easier it is to wrap. For Aakash, he's just gonna have to say his goodbyes, take his camera, and then walk away. Aakash told me he's hungry and he's gonna get some dinner before heading home.
I'm gonna just go to Chipotle, have a really heavy meal.
Something I didn't think about is Aakash has to take his camera with him everywhere he goes because it's so expensive. He told me this camera is worth 3 times the cost of his car.
Can I have a burrito?
All right, guys, that's the end of Akash's day. He's just gonna go home and go to bed and then start again for another 12-hour day tomorrow. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future for another day in the life. And while you're down there, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.